Hey guys, my name is Chloe, if you didn't know that already, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I wanted to do something for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is such an important day for makeup, I feel like, because you know, you're going out on dates, you're doing things with your significant other, you want to look beautiful, and that's what I want to do today. I'm gonna go ahead and do just this colorful, pretty makeup look, and I really hope you guys like it. So if you want to see what I come up with, then just stay tuned. Alright, so first I'm gonna go ahead and take a clip and just kind of put back my hair because my hair gets in the way of my makeup all the time. Okay, so first, I have already washed my face. I actually just got out of the shower. It is currently 11:30 at night. I am not going anywhere after this, but I did go ahead and get a shower right before this video. I washed my face. I prepped it. So just make sure your makeup will lay and stay on better if your face is fresh, clean slate, everything's going on smooth. So make sure that you wash your face before you do your makeup. So I'm gonna start out with my Milani 2-in-1 foundation, my favorite, and just using my Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush. We already know that this is what I use. So just taking it, and I do about 2.5 pumps of this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you in just a little. Right. Wow, I look rough. Alright, so just putting this evenly all over my face. Always make sure you are getting your neck. Now this foundation is definitely full coverage. It is a 2-in-1 foundation, so it is foundation and concealer. So next I am just going to take my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer, and I am going to be hitting my places I usually get, which is under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, my forehead, my chin, my cupid's bow, and my smile lines. Now this applicator is my favorite thing for concealer. Now I'm taking my same brush and I'm just going to blend that all into the skin. Surprise, surprise, with my Revolution baking powder in the shade Banana. And as always, I just go ahead and tip the container over, and I kind of squeeze like this. Okay, so I am going in with my cap full of powder, and I am hitting those places that I got with my concealer just to set everything so nothing moves. And I don't know if you can tell, but just from this is the side that I just put a smidge of powder on, and it looks so much smoother compared to this side. the magic of powder. But the magic is to not put too much on, because that's what gives you cake face, clogs your pores. I literally dust powder over my face. It also helps me look more youthful, because I feel like when you have 1,000 pounds of powder on your face, it almost makes you look old. And I definitely don't want that at 23 years old, so youth is way to go, baby. Alright. In the places that I didn't get with concealer, so like right here on the rim of my forehead, down the sides of my nose, and down my neck, I'm swiping that very lightly with powder. The same powder, but I'm not really putting too much extra powder on top. Now that we have our base on, I like to go ahead and do my base, which is my foundation, concealer, and powder, and then I go in with my eyeshadow, because when you do it that way, okay, let's just say you did your whole entire face. You did your foundation, concealer, powder, contour, blush, highlight. You did the whole shebang. And then you go ahead and you do your eyeshadow. Well, most pigmented, colorful eyeshadows have fallout. It's just what it is. Doesn't mean it's a bad product. It's just, that's just is what it is. So when you go and you put eyeshadow on and you have that fallout and you already did your full face makeup, it's going to look like you have a black eye when you wipe it away, or whatever the color is. So what I like to do is go ahead, just do my base, do my eyeshadow. That way if I do have fallout, I can clean it up no problem without ruining my whole entire thing that I just did. So I was thinking, what better way to do a Valentine's Day look than with the Jaclyn Hill palette. This palette, well, my palette is so dirty, I know, but this palette is everything. I think this was the first palette that I had gotten from an influencer, and it meant so much to me because it's my influencer. It's the one that got me started in makeup. I remember when she came out, I literally didn't care if this palette was even good. I was like, well, I'm gonna get it anyways. It could be trash, and I'm gonna be like, Jaclyn! I am going to go ahead and zoom you in. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Okay. So, let me go ahead and brush these brows first. Okay. So, what I'm going to end up doing first is taking my BH Cosmetics 120 color palette. It is the second edition, and it just looks like this. I did burn it with a hair straightener, so anyways, so I'm going to go in and take this shade right here. So it is this peachy lighter pink shade, and I am taking this, I think it's a Sephora brush that I got in one of their kits, and I am just taking that brush because I can't find my other fluffy brush, which would be 10 times easier if I had, by the way. So if you have a fluffy brush, use that for this step. Let's see. Using that as my crease shade. I'm also using a very, very light hand. Okay, and also with my transition shade, I'm trying not to take it any higher than about right here, because then up here is where I'm going to put my highlight, so I want to keep it a little bit under that and try everything I can to not go above that. Alright. So now that we have a pink base, what I'm going to do is it's really just like a 2 or 3 tone makeup look. And it's super simple, but it's just fun when it's with color. So Jaclyn Hill, that palette is the star of this show. So right now I am not going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. I am just going to go ahead and go in with another pink shade from this beach palette, and it is going to be this hot pink right here, and it is bright. I don't even think it's picking it up as bright on camera, but this shade is so bright. So I'm taking it on more of a flat brush, dipping into it, and I am putting it all over my lid. So I'm just dabbing it on my eye and packing it where I want the color to stay. And then I will go in and blend it out here in a second. So I know this is kind of like, whoo, a lot. Back in with that first corally lighter pink shade that we just did, taking that same brush and hitting those edges. And do you see automatically how it smooths out? So that was just one round of blending, and you can tell already how much more diffused this side is from that side. Blending is key. Blending, blending, blending. Alright. I mean, it's just like absolutely crazy what some nice blending will do. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, it's almost like an eyeliner brush. It looks like this. So I can't pull it up so you can see it because it's cracked, but I can show you. Let me see. That's what this color looks like, this red. It's very bright. It has like a orange undertone almost. There you go. That's the best I can do. But I am going to go under and go on my bottom lash line. This. It's kind of gross. And I am just hitting my lash line. With this red color. Now, be careful when putting red under your eye because you don't want to look like you have pink eye. And this eye look can be so easy to look like you have pink eye. So just make sure you're keeping this red close and tight to your waterline. Because we're going to smoke it out anyways, but this red just needs to stay close. Now, taking this brush that we used in our crease, and I'm picking up that same first shade, that corally shade, and I'm going right under where I just put that red on my under waterline. And so right here you can see I connected it. So whenever I drag the color, I drag it out to the eyeshadow as well. Alright. So this is what it's going to look like for now. You can see the red eyeliner, the blown out pink eye. Doesn't even sound right. I am pulling out my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I am going to be using, I'm going to be using the shade Sissy, which is right here. I can swatch it. It's this pink golden color, and it is beautiful. I'm going to be using my finger and placing that right on top. So now, lashes. Lashes definitely make a look, especially something this dramatic. It kind of brings everything together and gives it more life. And that's on period. Okay, first I'm going to start off with my eyelash curler. And curl the lashes. Stop! I'm also going to go ahead and put on one light coat of mascara. This right here is a perfect example of fallout. And this is the Rimmel Scandalous Eye Retro Glam Mascara. So you could leave it like this, but like I said, I feel like lashes just kind of make this whole entire look. So I am going to be putting on some falsies, and they are the Pro Beauty Essentials Pro Lash, and they look like this. Let me see. So this is what they look like. They're very light and kind of wispy. Now this glue is white, so it does look like this, but it will dry clear. I wish that I had some clear lash glue so it doesn't look like this, but whatever. Zoom you back out. Alright. So while my eyelashes are drying, I'm going to go ahead with the rest of my face. Glow Kit, and I am taking the shade Golden Brown. What? Golden Bronze, which is right here. It is the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm picking up my Real Techniques contour brush, swirling that in there. I'm going ahead and doing my contour. Alright, now I'm doing the sides of my forehead. And I'm just lightly going on the top portion in the middle, because I want to focus the shadow on the sides of my forehead. Down the bridge of my nose, or not down the bridge, on the sides of the bridge. And my jawline. Now taking my powder brush and going over picking up my Real Techniques blush brush and my Milani blush, but is their baked blushes, which are so pretty. My favorite blushes, hands down, because they have like the little gold specks in them. A lot of people don't like that, but for me personally, I love it. So their baked blushes are my favorite. And this is a very like peachy corally shade. I'm going for peachy corally red vibes for this Valentine's Day. Apparently. My makeup had plans for me. Down my nose, and I always do this motion right here, a little bit on my forehead, a little bit on my chin, going back with my powder brush, going over everything again. Alright, going back in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, lightest shade, which is Sunburst. And I'm only going to really focus that on the high points of my face. And I am using a Sephora Pro Contour brush. It's actually a contour brush, but I use it as my highlighting brush. Alright, focusing this right here. Now for Valentine's Day, I want to be beaming. So I want everybody to know that I have on the best highlight in the world. I want everybody to stop and stare and put on their sunglasses because I'm too bright. Period. Do you hear those trains? They're crazy where I live. And they are so loud. They rumble my whole entire house. But I love the sound of trains, so it doesn't really bother me that much. Tip of my nose right here. And then down the bridge. I try not to connect it, so I try not to do like a line of highlight like this. I put some on the tip of my nose and then I go, like I skip space and then I go right here. To me it just looks better and it makes it look more natural, like where the natural light would hit. So above my eyebrow, I know it's crazy, but I'm gonna tone it down, don't worry. Cupid's bow. Alright, so now I am taking my powder brush right here, going over everything. Hello? Can you see my highlight? I think that was a yes. You know what I love? Is when you go ahead and you do your whole makeup, everything, you do all of it, and you're looking for a brush that could have helped you 10 times more instead of doing 10 times more work, and you find the bitch right behind your camera. Good day. Anyways, so I have to use this anyway, so I'm going to use the flatter side, and I'm going to pick up that Sunburst shade, which was the highlight shade that we just used, and I'm going to be putting it on the high points of my eyebrow, which is why we stopped right here with our color, so we could lay this down. I focus this highlight right here the most, right under the arch, because that's where the natural sunlight is going to hit, and that's where people are going to see it the most. So yeah, that's why I do that. And then taking the other side, which has no product on it at all, and I'm just going to go over it so it can blend. Just like that. Going back in with my mascara, I am hitting the roots of where my natural lashes and my false lashes meet, so that way they can mend together and they don't look as fake. I know they look fake, but I gotta help it a little bit. Hitting the roots, going just at the bottom. Alright, now for my lips, I am taking my Milani lipstick in the shade Naturally Chic. And it looks like this. Now, since we have a bold eye, I like to keep the lip a little bit more neutral. But I say that and watch how this turns out. Watch. So that's cute. Pretty. You could leave it like this and be done with it. But for me, I told you, I can't just leave it like this. I have to be extra as. So now I'm just taking, this is literally a red lip gloss, and I'm putting this right on top. I think any red lip gloss will work when you put this on top. Just make sure it has a little bit more of a blue undertone. This is it, but I'll be right back, alright? Well, this is it, you guys. It is finished. It is beautiful. It is glowy. And I had so much fun creating this holiday Valentine's Day look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed creating it. I hope you leave tons of comments, like, share, tell me what you want to see in my next video, and I will try and get it out as soon as possible. Thank you guys. Bye.